Namaste children, welcome to today's class. We are discussing the 7th chapter cubes and cube roots. So a small story is there regarding these cubes. This is a story about one of India's greatest mathematical genius, S. Ramanujan. Once another famous mathematician, Professor G.H. Harding, came to visit him in a taxi whose number was 1729. While talking to Ramanujan, Hardy described this number a dull number. Ramanujan quickly pointed out that 1729 was indeed interesting. He said it is the smallest number that can be expressed as sum of two cubes in two different ways. Sum of two cubes in two different ways. So what he said, so Ramanujan, he was visited by his professor G.H. Hardy one day. So he came in taxi. The taxi number is 1729. So Hardy said to Ramanujan that it is a dull number. But Ramanujan said that it is quite interesting. Really it is an interesting number. What is it? Its speciality is, it is the smallest number that can be expressed as sum of two cubes in two different ways. 1729 as 1728 plus 1. 1728 is 12 cube and 1 it is 1 cube. 1729 as 100 plus 729, that is 10 cube plus 9 cube. So 1729 has since been known as the Hardy Ramanujan number. Even though this feature of 1729 was known more than 300 years before Ramanujan. Yes, here is there some of the Hardy Ramanujan numbers. 4104 is one, that is 4104, and 13,832 is also one of the Hardy Ramanujan number. Now we have seen a number that is 1729, which is Hardy and Ramanujan number. Hardy and Ramanujan number. This is the smallest number which can be expressed as the sum of two cubes. Now what are cubes? Cubes are the numbers which are obtained by multiplying a number by itself for 3 times. Such numbers are known as cubes. Cubes are the products which are obtained by multiplying a number by itself for 3 times are known as the cubes. Example, 1 into 1, it is 1 into 1 into 1, 1 cube, that is equals to 1. 2 into 2 into 2, 2 is multiplied 3 times, that is 2 cube, we will write as 2 cube, and it is 8. 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2 is 8. And here we have the cubes of first 20 numbers, 1 to 20, the cubes are there. 1 cube is 1, 2 cube 8, 3 cube 27, 4 cube 64, 5 cube 125, 6 cube 216, 7 cube 343, 8 cube 512, 9 cube 729, and 10 cube it is 1000. Now you see 11 cubes, 12 cube, 13 cube, 14 cube, and so on, 20 cube, which is 8,000. 20 cube it is 8,000. So these are these cubes from 1 to 20. Now what are the properties of these cubes? See, if the unit space of a number is 1, it is 1 cube, it is 1. 11 cube, 1331, 1 is there. Means any number whose unit place is 1, its cube will ends with 1. Its cube will ends with 1. Now 2 cube, 2 is the unit place, and 12 cube, 2 is in the unit place or in 1's place. Now the cube of 2 it is 8, cube of 12 it is 1728, again 8 is there. So if any number whose 1's place is 2, its cube will ends with what? It is 8. Similarly 3 cube, 27. So 3. Units place is 3. The units place of its cube number is 7. 13 cube, 2197. Again 7 is there. Similarly 4 cube, 4, 64. 14 cube, that is 2744. If 4 is there, the cube of that number will ends with 4 only. 5 cube, 125. 15 cube, 5 is there in the units place, 3375. It means if any number's units place is 5, its cube will ends with 5. What about 6? 6 cube, it is 216. It ends with 6. 16 cube, it is 4096. It ends with again 6. If you find 6 in the units place, the cube it ends with 6 only. Then 7 cube, it is 343. 3 it ends with 3. 17 cube, 7 is there in the units place. It ends with 3. That is 4913. It ends with 3. Similarly 8 cube, it is 512. 512 it ends with 2. 18 cube, it is 5832. It ends with 2. And 9 cube, 729. It ends with 9 only. 19 cube, it is 6859. It ends with 9. Then 10, if 0 is in the units place, 10 cube, it is 1000. 20 cube, it is 8000. So if you find 0, 9, 6, 5 and 4, 4, 5, 6, 9 and 0, if you find in the units place of any number, its cube will ends with the same digit. That is 5 with 5, 4 with 4, 6 with 6, 9 with 9 and 0 with 0. So these are the properties regarding the cube numbers. We will discuss some more. See here. What about the cube of what is 2? 2 is an even number. 2 cube is 8. 4 is an even number. 4 cube is 64. 64 is also an even number. 8 is also an even number. Now 6 cube, it is 216. It is also an even number. Then 8 cube is 112. It means the cube of an even number is an even number only. The cube of an even number is even number only. What about odd numbers? 1 cube, it is 1. 1 is an odd number. 3, it is an odd number. 3 cube, 27, odd number. 5, odd number. 5 cube, it is 125, odd number. That is, the cube of an odd number is odd only. The cube of an even number is even number only. Cube of odd number is odd number. Cube of even number is even number. How many zeros will you find in the cube of a number? It is 3 zeros. 3 zeros we will find here. This 10 cube. If you take 100 cube means we will get 6. That is multiples of 3 zeros we get with the some numbers like 3 zeros, 6 zeros, 6 zeros or 9 zeros like this. So these are some of the properties of cubes. Now if you see here, 1 into 1 is equals to 1 cube. 1 is the cube here. So 1 is expressed as 1 into 1 into 1. 8 is expressed as 2 into 2 into 2. And if you take 27, that is 3 cube, 3 into 3 into 3, it is 27. 64, 4 into 4 into 4, it is 64. That is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 8. Like this we get 6 times we get, and that is 64. That means all these are perfect squares. Now, how can we check whether the given number is a cube or not? As I said, every cube number can be expressed as the product of prime numbers in the form of triplets. What is a triplet? A triplet means having 3 numbers. You see here, 8 is a cube number. 8 can be expressed as 2 into 2 into 2. So it is expressed as the product of prime numbers. Product of prime numbers in the form of triplet. Next you take, it is 27. 27 as 3 into 3 into 3. 3 3s are 9. 9 threes are 27. You take 64. That is 64 prime factors 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Yes, this is one triplet, and here we have another triplet. So we express them in the form of triplets. Now if you take like this, if you take any cube number, the cube number can be expressed in the form of prime factors having triplets. In the form of prime factors having triplets. So such numbers can be expressed as in the form of prime factors with the triplet form. If any number which cannot be expressed in this form, such numbers are not cubes. For example, 49 we take. 49 has 7 sevens are 49. So 49 is equals to 7 into 7. So it is expressed only 2 times. It is expressed only 2 times. So it is not a cube. Even you take 32. 32 it is 2 ones are 2. 3 minus 2 it is 1. With the 2 it is 12. 2 6 are 12. 2 8s are 16. And it is 2 4s are 8. 2 2s are 4. Now 32 can be written as what? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 5 2s. So this is one triplet, and here it is not in the form of a triplet. Therefore 32 is not a cube. So now what we can say from this, cubes can be expressed in the form of prime factors with the triplets. Cubes can be expressed in the form of prime factors in triplets. Like this we can express. See here, 8 triplet, 2 into 2 into 2, 27, 3 into 3 into 3, 64, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. This 2 triplets are there too. Whereas 49, no triplet. 32, we have one triplet and it is not what it is. This number is in triplet form. Therefore, it is not a cube. To convert this 32 into a perfect cube, with what number must you multiply so that this number is a perfect cube or cube? So 32 here it is lack of 1 2. It is less. It requires one more 2. If you find one more 2, then this will become what? This product will become a cube number. Therefore 32 is multiplied by 2. 32 is multiplied by 2. And similarly 49 is not a cube. To make 49 as a cube, with what number we have to multiply? Yes, here 7 is not in triplet form. We require one more 7. That is 49 when it is multiplied with the 7. We can get this number is, the product is a cube. Similarly, with what number if you divide? With what number if you divide? So that the quotient is a perfect cube. You see 32, we know it is not a cube. So with what numbers? To what smallest number if you divide? It is a cube number. 2 into 2, 4 is there here. If this 4 is not in the triplet form, if it is removed, means if we divide with 4, then this 2 into 2 will be removed. Now we get 2 into 2 into 2, it is what we get 8. Then the new quotient will become what? A perfect cube. So here the numbers which are not in the perfect cube, we can convert them by adding 2 cube numbers, perfect cube numbers, either by multiplying or by dividing with some numbers. So how do we check whether the given number is a cube or not? Yes, by using the concept of prime factorization. Now we will discuss exercise number 7.1. Now we will discuss exercise number 7.1. First bit. Which of the following numbers are perfect cubes? That 1, 216 to 128. We have to check which of the following are perfect cubes. So how do we check them that the perfect cubes are not? Yes, by using the prime factorization method. So write the prime factors of the given number, and if we find that all the prime factors are in triplet form, that is, if you find the prime factors are in groups of 3, then we can say that it is a perfect cube, otherwise it is not a perfect cube. Yes, see the first question, 216, find its prime factors. Yes, it is 6 is in the units place, is divisible by 2, 2 ones are 2, 2 minus 2 is 0, bring 1 and 1 is not divisible, so we have to bring 6, 16, keep 0 in the quotient, 2 8s are 16, again 8 is there, is divisible by 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 8, now it is 2 2s are 4, 5 minus 4, it is 1, bring 4, 14, 2 7s are 14. Now 27, it is an odd number, it is not divisible by 2, check with 3, yes, 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9, therefore what we can write, 216 is equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3, yes, here 2 is in the triplet form, 3 is also in the triplet form. Therefore, what we can say? Yes, 216 is a perfect cube. It is a perfect cube. If you find that the factors are not in the triplet form, then it is not a perfect cube. Yes, see, we will discuss the second question. Second question, it is 128. Right, find the prime factors of 128. It is divisible by 2 as 8 is the unit place. 2 6 are 12, 12 minus 12 0, 2 4s are 8. Again with the 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. Again with the 2, 2 1s are 2, 3 minus 2 is 1, bring 2 12, 2 6s are 12, 2 8s are 16. 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 9. Now 128 is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Identify. Underline the triplets. 1 and this is 1. So here we have an extra 2 is there which is not in the triplet form. Therefore, it is not a perfect cube. Therefore, 128 is not a perfect cube. Why it is not a perfect cube? Because all the prime factors are not in the triplet form. That's why it is not a perfect cube. Like this, we will identify whether the given number is a perfect cube or not. Is it clear, children? Now, we will discuss the second question. Find the smallest number by which each of the following numbers must be multiplied to obtain a perfect cube. Here some numbers are given which are not perfect cubes. To make them perfect cubes, we need to multiply with certain number. Identify that number. Yes, how do we identify that number? We have to find the prime factorization of the given numbers. Identify the factor which is not in the triplet form. Sometimes we find only one factor. Sometimes we find two different factors which are not in the triplet form. Identify the factor which is not in the triplet form. Then we can identify the required number which is to be multiplied with the given numbers to make the perfect cubes. So first question 243. 243. So write the prime factorization of 243. Yes, it is an odd number. It is not divisible by 2. Check for 3. 2 plus 4 6. 6 plus 3 9. The sum of all the digits is a multiple of 3. Therefore it is divisible by 3. 3 8s are 24. 3 1s are 3. Again with 3. 3 2s are 6. 8 minus 6, 2 with 1, 21, 3 7s are 31. Again with 3 9s are 27. 3 3s are 9. Now 243 is equals to 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now identify the triplets. Yes, this is one triplet, and here 3 into 3. Only 2 3s are there. We require one more 3. We require one more 3. So that 243 if it is multiplied by 3, then the new number is a perfect cube. If here you find only one 3, then we require 2 3s. That is 3 into 3 it is 9 we require. As here 1 3 is less. Since 1 3 is less, 1 3 is less for triplet. Therefore 243 is multiplied by 3 to obtain a perfect cube. Like this we will find out with what number we have to multiply so that the number is a perfect cube. Now the fifth question. Find the prime factorization of 100. Yes, in the unit place we have 0, it is an even number and it is divisible by 2. 2 5s are 10, 2 zeros are 0. Again with 2 2s are 4, 5 minus 4, 1, bring 0, 10, 2 5s are 10. Now it is not number, it is not divisible by 2, it is not divisible by 3 because the sum of the digits is not a multiple of 3. Check for 5. Yes. 5 5s are 25. Therefore, 100 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. If you observe the prime factorization of 100, we have two prime factors 2 and 5. But 2 is not in the triplet. It is lack of 1 2. It requires one more 2 to get in the form of triplet. 5 is also 2 5s are there. It requires one more 5. Therefore, with what number we have to multiply? That is the product of 2 and 5. The product of 2 and 5. Therefore, 100 is multiplied by 2 into 5. 2 into 5 10 to obtain a perfect cube. To obtain a perfect cube. Yes. Like this, we will find the required number which is multiplied by the given numbers to obtain a perfect cube. How we did? By using the concept of prime factorization. Yes. We will continue the next third question. Now we discuss the third question. Find the smallest number by which each of the following numbers must be divided to obtain a perfect cube. Before it is with what number we have to multiply to obtain a perfect cube. So here also we follow the same method. We have to find the prime factorization of the given numbers. It is 81. Find its prime factorization. 3 2s are 6, 3 7s are 21, 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9. Therefore 81 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Yes, if you observe the prime factorization of 81, it is 3 into 3 into 3. One triplet is there, and here we don't have the triplet for 3. If this 3 is removed, if this 3 is not there, that is, if this 3 is not there, then the prime factorization is in the triplet form. So this has to be removed. So to remove this, what to do? We have to divide with 3. So if you divide with 3 will be cancelled, and what will be left over? 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. We know 27 is a perfect cube. So therefore 3 is argument. Therefore 81 is multiplied by is multiplied by 3 to obtain a perfect square, a perfect cube. To obtain a perfect cube, 81 is divided by 81 is divided by 3 to obtain a perfect cube. Now we discuss the third bit, that is 135. Find the prime factorization of 135. Yes, 1 plus 3 4, 4 plus 5 9, 9 is a multiple of 3, it is divisible by 3. 3 4s are 12, 13 minus 12 it is 1, bring 5 15, 3 5s are 15. Again with 3 1s are 3 and 4 minus it is 1, bring 5 15, 3 5s are 15. With the 3 5s are 15. Therefore 135 is equals to 3 into 3 into 3 into 5. Yes, here 3 is in the triplet form, whereas 5 is not in the triplet form. 5 is not in the triplet form. Therefore 135 is divided by 5 to obtain a perfect cube. To obtain a perfect cube, 135 is multiplied by 5. Sometimes you may find two different factors that take the product of two different factors and you multiply. That product is required to divide the given number to obtain the perfect cube. So, dear children,